let's talk about the psychology of the animal person. You know who I'm talking about. Maybe it's even you. We're going to dive into why some of us just seem to feel this incredibly deep connection with animals, sometimes even more than with other people.
I mean, have you ever felt totally wiped out after a party or some big social thing, but then you get home, spend 5 minutes with your pet, and suddenly you feel recharged, like completely yourself again? If you're nodding along right now, this is for you. Okay, so let's start with the stereotype, because there's definitely one out there. Society has a few labels for people who prefer the company of animals. And, they're not always flattering. Maybe you've even heard it yourself, that you're antisocial or a hermit, just because you'd rather have a quiet night with your dog than go to some loud, crowded party. It's such a common judgment, but it totally misses what's really going on. And that brings up a much bigger question, right? Is it really about avoiding people, or is there something else happening, something way deeper just below the surface? What if it has nothing to do with being antisocial or not liking people? What if it's actually a sign of a unique and pretty powerful way that your brain is wired? Now that's an idea worth exploring. See, instead of some kind of social weakness, psychology is now suggesting this trait could be a kind of superpower, and it has a name: high emotional attunement. And this is the key. We're moving away from those old, negative labels and looking at this through a scientific lens that sees it for what it is, a really special strength. So, what in the world is high emotional attunement? Well, think of it like this. Your brain is a super sensitive receiver. It's constantly picking up on all the tiny, unspoken emotional signals that other people are giving off, often without them even knowing it. In practice, this means you're probably amazing at reading body language. You can walk into a room and just feel the mood shift. You're an expert at detecting those unspoken signals. You're basically processing a whole layer of data that most people don't even notice. Now, this brings us to a really important idea: authenticity versus noise. Because this helps explain exactly why the quiet presence of an animal can feel so much better than a human conversation that's just full of static. This slide is everything. On one hand, you've got human interactions. People can say one thing, but their body language screams something totally different. For a highly attuned person, that mismatch is exhausting. It's like inauthentic signal noise. But then look at animals. They give you this consistent energy. Their signals are pure, honest, and direct. A happy dog wags its tail. A content cat purrs. What you see is what you get. There are no mixed messages, no hidden meanings, just a real, authentic connection without all that noise. So when you put all of this together, you get this really powerful new way of looking at things. It's not about running away from people, it's about running towards something real. In this quote right here, this is the main takeaway. You aren't avoiding connection, you are avoiding inauthentic signal noise. Just let that sink in for a second. It changes everything, doesn't it? It's not that you're antisocial. It's that you're anti-static. So the next time you find yourself wanting to spend time with your pet instead of with people, just remember this. It's not a failing. It's not a character flaw. It's your highly attuned brain just searching for a clear, honest signal in a world that can be really, really noisy. It's a search for what's genuine. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If your brain is naturally wired to find and appreciate authenticity, where else in your life could you benefit from turning down that inauthentic signal noise? Think about it. Your job, your friendships. It's a pretty powerful question, isn't it?